My AncestryDNA results updated again September 2021, and I kept putting off making this video because I needed to go find all my files so we can start from the beginning to show you how things have changed. Let's update my AncestryDNA results. You're watching the Bare Pantry Show. Welcome to the Bare Pantry Show. If you want to learn how to cook in simple steps and have your dishes come out great the first time, then you're in the right place. Learn to make restaurant-style meals, comfort foods, and authentic Belizean dishes from basic ingredients. All right, guys, before we get started, let me start screen recording. And I want to give a shout out right away to this guy right here, the Genie Vlogger. This is my second video that he's broken down, and I really appreciate when this young man breaks my videos down because I learned so much from him about the matches. All right, so let's get into the results so we don't waste any time. Originally, when I did the ancestry test, these are the results that I got. 34% Ireland, Scotland, and Wales, 15% Nigeria, 15% Native America, and they just broke it down by North, Central, and South America. They didn't get too in-depth with that one. And then they broke down Scandinavia, Europe West, and all these low confidence regions. And then it updated a while later, and this is what I got. 56% England, Wales, and Northwestern Europe, and Ireland and Scotland decreased to 5%. Didn't make any sense to me because I know my grandpa on my dad's side was Scottish and the great-grandfather on my mom's side was from Wales. So I accepted it. Every time you accept it, it goes away. So if I were you guys, I would start writing things down like I'm doing here now. And this is that result right there. No, I'm sorry. This is the third results that I wrote down for me. This is Joe's first results and then the kids' first results because their stuff has updated too. So you can see Benin Togo 10%. In Nigeria completely went away to a little bit of nothing. Nigeria was 15% at first. It just kind of went away. So then we had another results updated. And this is when I started to write it down. See, now Scotland came back in at 26%, which I thought was more accurate. And then England, Northwestern Europe, 21%, Nigeria, 9%. So the Nigeria is climbing back up again. And then Wales, 5%, Benin Togo, 4%. And I still have the 15% of the Native American, but now they're breaking it down to Yucatan Peninsula, Central America. All that stuff makes a lot of sense to me, because of the fact that I come from Central America and a few generations up, all right, or back. So now here are the next results. Are these the fourth ones? All right, so here we go. Ireland now is at 14%. Let's move this guy out of the way here. So Ireland went from 34 to like nothing to like 5%. What? Yeah, 5%. Now we're back up to 14%. Then we have Sweden and Denmark. And then we have Nigeria at 11%. That just feels more accurate to me because it's like the West Coast, right? And then Scotland is 11%. That feels like a good enough number two from the way it's broken down from the grandpa to my dad to me, you know? And then Wales, 10%. England and Northwestern Europe, Indigenous Americas. See, it's just broken down like this. If you think that I'm not spending a lot of time on this, it's because I'm not, because I want to get into the matches. This is where this genealogist has my attention. So remember when we did Joe's, we found out that he's actually related to me, right? So he says either my second great-grandparents along with Joe's third great-grandparents were related, or vice versa. Either my third great-grandparents and Joe's second great-grandparents. We don't know where this connection came from because like I told you guys, my entire 35 years of marriage, we've never had one cousin in common, okay? So let's go into the matches right here. I'm actually in Jada's account, our daughter, because it shows where these cousins are related from what side, right? So this is me here, of course. I'm the parent. Joe's the next parent. So Jada has our two sons as her full siblings, which, you know, that's accurate. So now let's get into these cousins. If you notice, it says here mother's side. That's me because I'm Jada's mother, right? So Maurice Gomez is my mom's youngest brother's son. So he's my first cousin. So he's Jada's second cousin. So he's related to Jada from her mother's side. So then this young man is related to Jada from her father's side, which is from Joe's side, and this is Joe's nephew, his brother's son. And Joe's brother, who is this boy's dad, shares the same mother and father like Joe. They're not half siblings, they're full siblings. So then this cousin Cindy right here is my cousin from my dad's side, my dad's sister's daughter, and my dad and his sister are also full siblings. But look what it says here, that Cindy's related to Jada from both sides. So Cindy's related from my side and from Joe's side. So now we're kind of veering this cart towards my dad's side of the family for the relationship with Joe, right? So then let's go through it quickly. This is from Joe's side. That's correct. That's one of Joe's first cousins. And then this is from my side. This is one of my dad's niece. And I'm going to say half niece because it's from one of his half brothers. Same mother, different father. And then this is another, half nephew from another half brother of my dad's. And some of these people I don't know, so we're just going to scroll through. I found this cousin. This is my dad's niece from one of his half brothers. I didn't know that she existed. She did not know that I existed, but we have become good friends throughout this thing here. And as soon as the Rona's, calm itself down, we're gonna go to Canada to meet her. I promise you, she is such a cool person. So the genealogist had asked what was Joe's mother's name. Joe's mother's name is Bishop from her dad's side, and her mother was James. All right, so we were saying maybe some Jew would be in Joe, because over here in America, whenever they say the name Bishop, people always ask if they're Jewish, and we didn't know if that was a Jewish last name or not. So then all these people are from my side, Joe's side, Joe's side. Let's see if we have another both sides that comes up right here. Florine Vernon is related to Jada from Joe's side of the family and from my side of the family. And this Florine Vernon is definitely related to my father's mother, because her last name was Vernon before she got married. So it's looking more and more like Joe's related to me through my father, right? So this is one of Joe's second cousins right here, second cousin to Joe. So it's like a third cousin to Jada. And I think we have another both sides. Let's see. Okay, this Jacqueline Lord. This is starting to get weird now, because Jacqueline Lord is not related to me through my father. She's related to me through my mother. So it says that Jacqueline Lord is related to Jada from both sides, from me and from Joe. So is this Lord also related to Joe? What in the hell is going on, guys? And then Michelle Morrow, that's my mom's uncle's granddaughter. That, again, my mom's side, and it says that this person's related to Jada through both sides of her family, meaning me and Joe. So that threw a monkey wrench in my theory, thinking that Joe's related to me just through my dad's side. He looks like he's also related to me through my mother's side, because you see how he's related to Jada, right? So I'm gonna go into the pictures now, because I know you guys love to look at pictures, because I really and truly want to know what Mr. Lord would look like, because I have all his kids. I have pictures of all his kids, and I want to see, I wonder if an artist could give me a rendition of what this man would look like, right? Because he had a first wife, Miss Adriana, and he had 5 children with her. And the oldest being Derek. We only have this 10-year-old picture of him. I've learned through one of the other cousins that found me through this thing that Derek actually traveled to England. Well, we knew that when he was 16 he left, but we didn't know how long it took him to get there, where all he stopped and everything. And he got married. He was married for 18 years. He died in his late 50s. The wife also died in her late 50s. I don't know if 2 years apart or so. They didn't have any kids that we know of. And that's all we know about this boy. He's the oldest. And then, of course, there were 3 more boys from this wife and a daughter. And I'm not sure, of the age. I think maybe the daughter came third. I think this boy came second, Eldridge, and then the daughter, and then Ned, and then John. And then she died in childbirth with John. And then one of the other sisters raised John. And then Mr. Lord remarried to Miss Amy Bell Page, and we have a better picture of her. This is an older picture where she was already up in age. We have a prettier one here, and had 4 kids with her, 2 boys and 2 girls. My Uncle Godwin, my Uncle Roy, my Aunt Grace, who was the baby, and my grandmother, that I think she might have been the oldest out of the 4. And so these are all this man's kids, his 9, right? 9 kids. And it just makes me wonder, what did he look like? Let's run through this tree really quickly, guys. So this is me, of course, and Joe and our 3 kids. This is my dad, his parents, his dad's parents, and his mom's parents. The genealogist said Joe and I would be related through either my second grandparents and his third grandparents, or vice versa. My third grandparents and his second. I keep circling here because I think Joe is related through my dad's mom and not through his dad, not through the McNabb side. And then over here, remember that girl Michelle Morrow and Jacqueline Lord? They're related to us through Mr. Lord right here. And so I'm thinking if Joe is really related to me through my mom's side also, it would be through him. So I'm thinking Mr. Lord and maybe these people here are kind of related to, and as well related to Joe's people. So anyways, let's get back into my mom's side. This is her dad and the dad's sister and my mom, my grandmother, my grandfather's wife, right? My grandmother. And then this is his parents, Adele Young and Guadalupe Gomez. I wish I knew what he looked like. I wish I knew what Mr. Lord looked like. This is Mr. Lord with his second wife, because remember he had a first wife. And I wish I knew what my aunt right here looked like. So it's my older uncle, he's the eldest, and then the second boy. He passed away 3 months before my mom back in 2016. And then my mom was the third child, and then my uncle Michael, my aunt Lita, then my aunt Barbara, who I am named after, and I wish I knew what she looked like. My uncle Les served in the American Army, and he died in '02. My aunt Jenny, and my uncle Roger, who you may have seen on the show. So let's open this tab for Miss Adele right here. I'm really building it out, right, guys? So this is Adele's parents, John Young, the Cardiff, Wales grandpa, and the native grandma. And then, of course, her husband, Guadalupe Gomez. And she had, like I said, my grandpa and his sister, with him. And then over here, we don't know his parents. We don't know her parents. But let's go back to Adele Young. She had a sister here. She had a lot of siblings, but this one sister is of interest because she is Mr. Lord's first wife. And together they had those 5 kids. Remember I showed you that girl, Michelle Morrow, on the thingy? John Lord was her grandpa. Okay, so she's definitely a blood cousin, and she's related to Jada through Joe, and she's related to Jada through me. So that's a little bit of a confusing thing there again, because I really thought Joe was related to me only through my dad. So I'm building out the tree, guys. Let me see if I can show you other things here. Okay, let me show you this picture because the internet went crazy when I posted this picture on Instagram. I did not post the picture with the names on it, and a lot of people have come through wanting to give me the names, and I don't want the names because my mom went through this tirelessly with somebody who knew who these people were, and we trust the names that my mom has here. So this is Adriana. The people who want to give me pictures have this correct, but they have her wrong. This is Adele, which is my grandfather's mom. They're trying to swap her with this sister. But this is my grandfather's mom because my grandfather had a picture of his mom right here, and it's that same lady right there, okay? So that's how we know. And this is the auntie that raised my Uncle John after Adriana died. He was the baby. And then this is the auntie right here that raised my grandpa and his sister Frances after Adele died. I think they both died in childbirth. And so Uncle John right here is the grandfather to the girl Michelle Morrow that I showed you guys earlier on the ancestry match list. And so I know that she's blood related, and that's why it was shocking for her to be related to me, and then also to be related to Jada through Joe, because I really thought Joe was only related to me through my dad's side, right? So this is my aunt Eileen in her late 20s, early 30s, I believe, and she lived to be old. She died at 98 in 2004. This is her in her 80s when she came to visit America for the first or second time. She came to teach me how to make the Creole bread and Creole bun. And this is Amy Bell Page. Well, we really can't see this picture so good. She was pretty when she was younger. This is my grandpa. And let's put him next to his mother. Let's see. Grandpa Maurice and his mother. My grandpa had light brown eyes, by the way. This is my Uncle Les. Remember I told you he served in the American Army. He died young at 47. And this is Uncle John, Uncle Ned, Uncle Godwin, my dad, my Aunt Jenny, Uncle Leslie, Uncle Roger, my mom, Uncle Michael, my grandmother, Aunt Lita. And this is my mom and dad's wedding, of course. And this is my mom as a baby. This is her mom. And this is the brother that died 3 months before she did. And this is the older brother. And let's see if we can show you anything else. Oh, this is me. This is me. I always had dark piercing eyes. My older brother, my mom and my dad. And then I have 2 younger siblings after we came, of course. So, oh, one last picture. My mom and her 5 brothers. This brother really was not in the picture. My sister photoshopped him in. So this is the oldest brother. And then the one that died, you know, shortly before my mom did. Then Uncle Michael, Uncle Les, and then Uncle Roger, the youngest one, okay? So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna send it to the genie guy. He says his first name all the time in his video, but he says it so fast I don't know what his name is. Hi, my name is Barbara, and I'm definitely gonna send you a link to this video so you can take a look and see if you want to break down some more of the videos. I learned so much. Maybe we could do a collab or something in the future where you teach me more of what I don't know, all right? I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and leave me a comment. Bye. Remember, guys, we're not buying this book. Pick up a copy of this book instead. Beans and Rice Volume 2 is the only Belizean cookbook backed by the Bear Pantry Show. Take a look at all these wonderful recipes you'll find inside the pages. Not interested in Belizean dishes? Then The Pantry Laid Bare with these better than restaurant quality comfort foods might be the perfect book for you. Only need a small batch or a meal for 2? Then pick up a copy of No More Leftovers. Each book has many choices of delicious dishes from basic ingredients.